Come on, let's get on with it. 3, 2, 1, we're almost ready. Are you ready? Go, go, go! Green, and away we go. Summer Series, 25 drivers streaming down into turn 1, and already Wilco looks like he's got the jump on Albert and takes the lead, but Albert is not done with yet. He's going to go around the sexy Rexy, yibbida, folks, down there in 4th, and all the while this is giving Wilco the chance to pull out in front. Themselves up here in the opening lap, but Bob, it's, well, it's been hectic, but not quite as hectic as what I thought it would be. Down the inside of Sideways, is it going to work, Bob, or is it going to end in tears? I think it's come off. Yes, it has. And it's Wilco with a nose in front as we come through to complete the lap. Sideorg, our winner from last week and championship leader, King in there as well. And don't tell me Wilco could have gone from 1st to 3rd in a matter of corners here, Bob. I reckon he's lost the lead and he could be down to 3rd by the end of the opening lap. Yes, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you're watching right around the world. It's a new KRL season, and aren't we blessed to be back for season number 5? Can you believe, ladies and gentlemen? Big hello to everybody already in the chat. The hype train is it's up and about. Don't you about that rain of fire into his 3rd trimester, boy or girl, and it's going to be a baby boy, so congratulations to him. And Beaky says, woohoo! Nice work from Frank Ganistan, and good evening, gentlemen, says BB, and thank you for that, BB. And speaking of, isn't it magical to have us back for another season, the Nigerian Prince himself chipping in, as well as Rain of Fire, Tier 1 sub, along with Wilco. Oh, I landed back in Australia and it's 14 degrees and not 24 like Athens. Thank you. Here we go, Beaky. Nice to hear your dulcet tones again, Trevor's. I welcome my co-commentary team. We're going to start off with the princely dark Prince of Darkness himself, Chuck Nigerian Prince Norris. Good evening to you as we enter qualifying and a new season. Jesus, it's good to be back.
Yeah, good evening, Trev. Good evening, Wilco, and all the viewers. It's great to be back. Valencia qualifying. Only 5 and a bit minutes left on the clock, so look forward to this one. It's going to be good.
And there we go, just responding to everybody. I have missed everybody. And let's have a look as we welcome the Frankston Dolphins new full forward in Division 4. Get amongst it, ladies and gentlemen. He's fresh back into the country. Jason Wilkinson, he's won a couple of KRL titles as well. Good evening to you.
Yeah, and me keeping the my footy come back under wraps, and although you did muck up the team and all that stuff, that's all right. We'll live and learn. we'll yeah, get on for tonight. So yeah, I'm not racing. I've just come back to the country on the weekend, so from us 4.5 weeks overseas with my partner, so that was amazing. A few highlights we'll talk about during the stream, but yeah, none of this. I've driven a car around Monza, so I don't need to drive these fake cars anymore. I'm done. I'm retiring.
You'll come back down with the rest of us. Don't you worry. It can happen. But once you get reacclimatised to how behind we are, behind the times we are in this country, Wilco, you'll be good as gold. And Beaky, says, if I have to tell you again, Trevor, that it's Kringle, I will find you and I will hurt you.
I'll be on Kringle watch for you tonight, Beaky. Every time he says Frankston, I'll just get a gun out and go bang bang. No, it's Kringle.
Oh dear, that's bang bang. And yeah, it's like every neighbourhood in Melbourne. Oh, we're such a quiet neighbourhood. The next thing I hear, bang 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 bang. And now as
Didn't know
Spygo,
Melbourne was in China.
well, I think China's in Melbourne, but anyway, fathead much will go. Monza, poor, he says, and not impressed whatsoever with your laps around Monza. My goodness me, it's...
I wouldn't be too if I lived in Frankston, Beaky, because I got that.
Oh, here's a man who's, he's, mind you, Voodoo, he doesn't want us to talk about the Frankston Dolphins, but he's more than happy to share his he's more than happy to share his experiences everywhere else globe-trotting. But here we have it now, boys. Tell me the rundown for tonight. We've got a 10-minute qualifying session and then a 50-minute race, and I do believe, Jason Wilkinson, that it is a mandatory pit stop for fuel tonight.
Yes, so exactly the same as last series in the Cup season, where we had the mandatory stop for fuel, and it's time fixed 25 seconds. So every single pit stop, barring damage of course, is 25 seconds. But you can also choose to change tyres. So if you want to take the extra 5 seconds, so make it a 30-second stop, get some fresh boots on, and yeah, we found that maybe not in the Cup car, it was always faster to change tyres, but with these GT3 cars, tyres being a bit better compound than the Cup car, or the tyre doesn't get used up as much in these GT3 cars, so it might make it a bit more of a touch and go, like especially with how big. You can see we've got 25 drivers here tonight. We've got 35 I think signed up, just a few missing, but yeah, you can see how big the field is. It's going to be quite crucial. Like, if you can save yourself 5 seconds, you can probably jump a train and go from P13 up to P5 or something. So it's going to be, yeah, very interesting to see how this goes this series with the tyres being, you know, changing them or not. Might be a bit more of a strategic battle, Trev. So, of course, it's the same for tomorrow night. So tomorrow night is the Nissan GTR one make series. Same rules, same track. Same, you know, quality race format, so that will be again a bit different for the boys to jump out of these GT3 cars that have got a lot of downforce to the Nissan GTR, which has not much downforce but a lot of power. So the racing should be good in both nights. Of course, between Trev, Voodoo, Bob Hoskins, who's not here tonight, he might jump on later, and myself, we've got the 4 commentators of this series, so you're not going to get bored of the usual voices, so we're going to sort of change up every now and then, so we'll be laughing. But anyway...
You saying I'm boring, Wilco?
But anyway, to try and claw myself out of this hole I've just dug, we'll go back to the racing, and we've got... I'm on board with Figo at the moment, or Fargo, sorry. He's actually looking very fast, and of course we know how quick he normally is, but he's going to improve on this lap time. I don't know if he's going to get up to P1. Yes, he is. So the gap between him and someone awesome is bloody close. Let me get the actual... So I was on board with him. Yeah, look at those first two. That is crazy. And then look at the rest of the... from P3 down to P16 is 8 tenths. So this is how close it's going to be in KRL this season.
Unbelievable. 1 second. 1 second, can you believe, covering the top 13 there, and it's very tight as well. Lower down the order to HC Lewis. You'll be proud, you know it, or is that JG Lewis? But yeah, Norm yet to set a lap as well, and Jono is well down the back, and that is very interesting with the 5 seconds to go. Is this going to be the lap? Will go. He's run a little bit wide at the final corner, and now he comes across the line. Has he set a time or not?
Just to jump in, Shorty Fuller up to P3. Where has that come from? That man is on fire. But yeah, so I think he might be done. I'm on board with Norm at the moment, going into the last corner. So I think he's the next car to cross the line. He's down in P24. He did win the practice race and got pole in the practice race. So what's he going to do is he comes across the line, P24. He goes up to P16. That's all he could get. So and Jono didn't get a lap. So that is quite shocking. Where's the next car? 882. So Clocade, another guy who is very fast. You saw him in the Cup Series last time out. He got P3 or P4 and he missed a couple of races as well. So he's going down to the last corner now. I can get up on the drive cam. No, I can't.
While you're getting that up, Lewis has just subscribed. He said, and Rex, yibbida yibbida, and Sexy Rexy says, welcome back, boys. Looking forward to racing this season. And Lewis is so excited to be a part of this. It's been a good 6 months or so. And Sexy Rexy says, Figo for the win, Rain of Fire. This Porca is difficult to get the speed out of. And just 2.4 seconds, Prince, separating P1 to P23 and just a B's PP between 1 and 2. What a race we've got here tonight.
Yes, and sorry to cut in again. So obviously Sean Fuller, you can see, there we go, as it uplets there. Look at P15 and P16, Burrow and Mayo, exact same time.
Nothing in it.
Burrow did it first, so he gets the P15, but you can see on this, it's sort of, if you hit return to Garage Trev, you might get it, they'll give us the full order again. So you're going to see we got the Pro class, Pro-Am or PM, and the AM class. So you'll, again, if you can't read out the names, like you can't see the names, you actually look at the colours of the numbers. So the white backgrounds are the Pro drivers, the grey or silver are the Pro-Am drivers, and the red is the amateur drivers. So 3 classes for this season, which will make it nice and tight between all the classes there. So you can see there's a lot of Pro-Am. But Shawnee Fuller getting Pro-Am pole, and then down in P14 you got Spawn, son of Spawn, getting Am pole. So I'll tell you what, this is going to be a cracking series. I cannot wait. Where is old mate Side Dog down in P11? So we know what he can do from the first few laps and overtaking. So we're going to see. I'm going to bet it. Well, let's put some little bet on here. Where's Side Dog going to be after lap 5? I'm going to say P4.
Let's get those bets on, Wilco. Great stuff. We're ready to go racing here. Andrelli, go Andrelli, says Beaky. Big shout out to the, he's our man for graphics. If he can't do it, no one can. But the time is ticking away. I think we've got a 3-minute pre-race timer, Wilco, for this. We've got a full formation lap here tonight, don't we, at the Circuit Ricardo Valencia.
Si.
See.
Sorry, I'm still in my Italian mode. Ciao, buongiorno.
And whilst we just wait for Rain of Fire now, he says, whoa, Beaky, what happened to Team Air Pair Sim Racing? We'll let that chat go on there. Thank you, Nigerian Prince. White equals Pro, silver is Pro-Am, and red equals Am. And we are getting ready to talk about this circuit.
These guys are impossible to race with. Impossible. They cannot do the stars like this, you know. You cannot go into the corners crashing with other cars.
You cannot do that. And
I got all these new. I got all this money saved up, so I need to use them. Even though I can't hear them on my phone because I got my headset on. So
we were talking about. That's all right. We were just going to jump in about this track. Actually, happy birthday, Murray Walker would have been 100 yesterday, the great man. So thinking of Murray up there, but this track, Wilco, is a very challenging circuit. More used to MotoGP, I believe. We've got the Dewan corner, and that's the only one I can pronounce. But a very interesting circuit here tonight.
Yeah, I've legit done 0 laps around here, so we might go to Voodoo. Done probably about 65 hours of endurance racing, I'm sure, around here. So Voodoo, tell us little tips and tricks about this beautiful track here tonight.
Oh, Valencia is a wild one. Last time I actually drove Valencia was a 10-hour enduro a few months ago, and we drove the Porca. It was actually quite nice, but believe it or not, the McLaren is actually the OP car around here. So it's going to be interesting. We do have one of each of the new cars, a Porca, a Ferrari, and a McLaren, in your top 3. So I'm kind of interested to see how this is going to play out. And down a Vides MP7 in a Honda, so it's going to be one of those. It's a tricky track, off track. The track limits can kind of build up if you're not too careful. You can run quite wide in T1 and the likes. But my favourite corner, I think, out of all of them, would be the sweeper. As you're coming into the last corner, It's nice downhill section. Unfortunately, if you've got a wrong braking balance and stuff, the car can get a little bit hairy, and you just got to hope that you don't take an off track there. But boy, it's a great track, and I'm looking forward to seeing how these drivers tackle it. And after qualifying with those times, it's going to be a really good race.
It's going to be absolutely fantastic as we get away on our formation lap, of course. Mandatory stop for fuel, 25-second time. Fixed tyres are optional for an extra 5 seconds. And I'm just going to say to Sidorg that the commentator cam will be returning. It was a bit of a special theme for the endurance races, Wilco, but the people want that camera back. And if you remember, they were...
Get out your tits right now. Yeah.
And, yeah, like no, we were not doing the OnlyFans stuff. But anyway, Kaima will be thinking, what on earth is happening there? Yickety Yak says, I'm here for
extra income.
Extra income, that's... yeah. And not making it out of the ads of the Twitch revenue, that's for sure. Got to do it some other way and get in the hot tub. But Yickety Yak says, I'm here for Sofa King and Fuller Fireworks. And boy, those two were 3rd and 5th. So your guys are going to do pretty well tonight. Back in a few, just grabbing dinner now. And is it that Uber order, or I think he had something else on the go there tonight, but 50 minutes. And that is going to be, that's barely touching the sides for our man Nigerian Prince Wilco.
I got fastest lap too.
You'd spend that time in the pit lane for over the 24-hour race. That's nothing.
As we hear our own voices played back to us there. But that is okay because we are almost ready to go. And Jason, what's better than one night of KRL?
Two!
Yes!
Or, sorry, in my Italian version, due.
Uno, due. And all that Carrum Downs High School Italian coming into good use here. But it's the Thursday night Nissan GTR series, but I think we are almost ready to go once we get around this corner, the Adrian Campos corner, and at turn 14, and then we begin the long run down the straight heading towards turn 1. Look at the turnout, Wilco. It's absolutely magnificent here.
Oh yeah, I cannot wait. So, who's a pick for your race quickly? I'm gonna... Oh, it's hard to go past your drivers like Side Dog and stuff, but you know what? Fargo, he's been a KRL racer for years and years and years. He's only won a handful, so he's my bet for tonight. Take it away, Trev.
Let's go. New season, round 1. Let's get this new season underway. KRL Season 5 in the GT Series on Wednesday nights as they begin the long stream down into Turn 1. A little bit of a tow there heading into Turn 1 from Shawnee Fuller, but Figo leads. Someone awesome right up there with Shawnee Fuller. They almost touch it, and then it's Vintage Racer gaining a few positions off the line as well, but it appears that they've all got away cleanly in this 50-minute race. And have a look at them streaming around the first couple of corners here. Someone awesome in second, but Figo managing to maintain the lead off the line here tonight, but only just Shawnee Fuller getting a good start as well. And Sofa King.
Oh, someone's around.
And somebody is around. I'm seeing some yellow flags there as the pecking order fixes itself up, but most of them have got away cleanly. We'll go on lap 1.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, big field, and yeah, it's sort of a tricky sort of first few corners because it's quite a fast turn 1 and then a quite slow turn 2. So everyone I was watching, I was flicking between the front pack and then the back of the pack, and yeah, everyone was very, very well behaved, which is something I told all the boys just to be careful. Looks like Pipes, he got turned around, so that's unfortunate. I think he was up in P7 or P8. Lewis was spun around 2, so I'm not sure if they come together. I'm assuming putting 2 and 2 together. But yeah, other than that, I mean, it's still a long way to go. But the first lap, we've got Glasso just run wide there. But first lap, it's been fairly clean. So well done to all the boys so far.
So Vibesy now at the back of the pack in 25th position. Fantastic turnout here tonight. Lewis just gave us a tier 1 sub down the inside of Glasso. And then he's got the Exorcist to deal with after that. Slotting in behind, he's making up ground pretty quickly there. F1 Sniper. Look at this massive, massive field tonight here, ladies and gentlemen. It's absolutely magnificent to have your company back to a 2 nights a week for KRL. And we've met our goal of 10 subs. And that is absolutely magnificent. We've smashed it out of the park. Now we just need to get to 250 followers as Figo looking good at the moment. but still Shawnee Fuller breathing down his neck here on lap 2 of this race. In fact, it's still lap 1, I think, or is it lap 2? The bloody leaderboard's just doing its own thing.
Jeez, Howson. I just realised that it didn't save my G-Portal thing when I updated it to make it a pit stop race. So this race is technically not a pit stop race. I mean, I'm hoping the boys still do it. But yeah, that's sort of, man, I have one job.
Stop everything, stop everything, because he has entered the chat. Matt Simmons, and you should have just seen my reaction when I saw that he declined the invite for round 1. But I've got to say, he says, Wilco, you are not racing, question mark. Would you care to address the great man's question there, Wilco?
Yeah,
I drove a car around Monza, and now I'm too good to fall back to
Yeah.
KRL. Oh,
well, I can't say that to Matt, because Matt's done that in real life too, so... There must be where the if you've driven around Monza Club, you don't have to race tonight. That's the thing. But no, I as I said, only got back into the country on the weekend and had a couple games come out that I've been waiting to play, naming FIFA. So yeah, I'm just gonna take a back step this series and yeah, jump in the commentary box, be a steward, do all the fun stuff. So yeah, for at the moment, I'm just a commentator.
and that's why I'm a commentator, because I'm not the world champion. If you remember Fernando many years ago, but he is back. He says sounds about right. I was the same, and I see you have added to your racing driver excuses. Wowee! Just stay tuned for that. That could be a little Netflix limited edition mini-series all of its own. But let's talk about the race, ladies and gentlemen, because we're 45 minutes to go. And Wilco's G-Portal doing all sorts of funny things.
Well, I'm just checking that, and it does say it's meant to be... So unless it's on our end, actually I can go and watch someone stream actually. But yeah, it should be, it's as far as I'm concerned, like it's not the first time I'm setting up a G-Portal account, G-Portal server. As far as I'm concerned, it should be a pit stop race. I don't know why. No, it looks like it's on people on stream. It's yeah, no pit stop for some reason. So I'll have to look that up for tomorrow night. But yeah, hopefully all the boys still do a pit stop. Because we're going to have some confusion otherwise. I'm sure people would have had their cars set up to be only half fuel and chucking half fuel. So we'll see, I guess.
Well, we shall wait and see, as clocated Shawnee Fuller getting very busy here at whatever the name of this corner is. I can tell you it's the Nico Tiroli, and not sure why I said that like an Italian, because we're in the heart of Spain, and Wilco just has discovered...
I had mandatory pit stop count on 0, that's why. So I've got the tyres and fuel, you know, to do your tyres and da-da-da. But I forgot to take off the -1 for mandatory pit stop, so should I just hit reset the server now and just see everyone's minds explode when they've, you know, done the first few laps beautifully, and then they have to do it again? No, we won't do that.
No, and let's have a look now. That lead is 2 seconds out front. Rookie error, says the Nigerian prince. We wanted to know what was for dinner, Voodoo, whether it was those famous South Australian Uber pizza pockets or whatever it was last time. I think he burnt the pizza last time, didn't he? The smoke alarms and everything. It got very messy indeed, and Jub was all excited. But Matt Simmons has said Valencia looks very fun to drive, and Figo has the Porky very switched on here, because it's 2.3 seconds the gap out front.
Yeah, Figo again, as I said, he's a very good driver. He's sort of, I think the Cup car, I know it's, you know, it's still a Porsche, but I don't think the Cup car really suited his driving style. We know how quick Figo is. He's won a handful of races over the last few series, and yeah, once he gets out in front, he's quite hard to catch down. So I'm sure he's done a bit of pracky too, which is always an extra positive. So good on him so far. That was my tip. Remember, I did back him for the race. He was paying $1.15, and I sucked the house on that, Trev.
Great stuff. Almost as clever as betting on Collingwood to win a premiership about 12 months out as part of the journey.
Take your money.
And we've got a yellow flag somewhere further down.
When you don't know the words, but you know the tune.
Oh, busted as Clocaine. Are we seeing a bit of a Clocaine train here as Matt Simmons is sticking with 15 people? 15! That's bigger than Buddy's Hall down at Launceston all those years ago, Wilco. But fastest lap of the race is someone awesome, and he's got a whole lot of Shawnee Fuller in front of him here in the battle for the top three. So this is going to be an interesting battle here.
Is Voodoo gone? Okay, I'll keep chatting then. He's having his dinner. So I'm on board with someone awesome here. He's a dive on the inside of Sean. Down the inside. Nice and cleanly. Beautiful racing. Again, Sean Fuller. Drive at the most improved driver so far. He's unreal, up to P4. And very high. Oh, we've got some people going. Someone's around. Who was that? Saint Sim's been spun around at turn 1. So it's unfortunate for him. I can go on his stream to see what happened.
And he's still stationary on the track as Matty Simmons says, so good to have you boys back. Absolute crack-ups. And as we see Saint Sim get going again, but that is going to really, really hurt him, and he is well down the field. In fact, he's at the back of the field now, I think, Wilco, with 41 minutes to go in this race, and that will set him back. A bit of damage on the front of the Lambo there as well, so not great for him. As we take a look at the rest of the drivers, we've got Saint Sim down there. We've got Jono in the pits.
Uh-oh, we've got another spin in the middle of the pack here. That is car 67.
And it's Vintage. It's Vintage Racer around. I can't seem to see him as Sidorg is catching. He's up to P3. The P3 train.
Oh, what did I say? P5.
Oh, you said it.
Lap 5. Oh, look at me go.
Oh, look at you predict. And watch for Sidorg. Matt Simmons right across it here, Matty Simmons, as that is a very, very damaged Vintage Racer there, down in 18th. And now he's going to have to exercise a few demons because the Exorcist is coming up right behind him along with Vibesy as well. Haven't called his name in a long while, and it's great to see them back. That's a tough section of the track. The car gets loose, looser than a chicken tender in the sandwich that is before you. And I am commentating from Kiwi Land. And,
gee whiz.
Oh, well, you know what we think about them, don't you?
Traitor! Traitor!
They're absolutely magnificent. But Sidorg, let's have a look at Sidorg now. Always the professional, always calm and calculating in a crisis. And he is getting right behind that Sofa King bed down to Harvey Norman to put a deposit on that bed. Jesus, what am I going on with here? I don't know.
So let me just get this straight. So obviously, they're teammates in the Endurance Series. Sidorg is a Kiwi. Matt says he's in Kiwi land. Is Sidorg Matt Simmons right now? Is this what I'm saying?
Incredible. This is interesting.
Input the aliens theme where it's like
And
There we
now
are. I reckon Sidorg's gonna have a go here.
he's
Turn 2.
going to have a go. Let's wait and see into the first corner of this track. The Arse Pair corner. Arse Par with Vanilla. Something beginning with S. And it's Sidorg making a move on Sofa King, but he's not quite going to quite do it. As we've got a yellow flag out, a couple of yellow flags. I think somebody's on their own there.
Yeah, it's Andrelli.
Andrelli, the man with the graphics, is up to no good. And glad to hear Beaky Norm also up to from P11 to P7 in a lap for Norm. And a big shout out to our man Matty Simmons, who's keeping a closer eye on the race than we are. But this battle is absolutely fantastic, and someone's run wide. Here we go, like a tiger about to pounce in the African jungle. And you've probably been to Africa as well, have you? You've been everywhere else. I've been everywhere, man. But Seidorf,
Vintage is around again.
yes, Vintage is around and not quite his night. And we met him down in Sandown, absolutely ripping bloke, but not his night tonight. And Seidorf looking for a way through.
Oh, it's dangerous.
Man.
If anyone can, Seidorf can. Around the outside, let's go. Oh, he got a bit of wheel spin and Sophie King flies past him.
And glad
And the
to
battle
hear
resumes.
Wilco Picasso back on the commentary. Great stuff there from Karingal as we take a look at turn 1. And we see those drivers using every bit of the track there at turn 1, including the Simon Bishop line, which includes going right off of the track to get the best entry and exit for turn 1. But he's very close. But Prince, if your chicken tenders aren't too hot, tell us where he can get this move done, please.
Oh, there's a couple of good opportunities coming up. So the deep braking zones that you've got coming up in about sector 2-ish towards the beginning of sector 3 is definitely a good opportunity to go for a Hail Mary send, and just gotta hope the car doesn't get too loose. Otherwise, we might see a bit of contact. But there's a couple of good opportunities coming up that we might end up there to happen.
As we continue to watch this battle, we know there are other battles going on. Someone awesome right up behind Clocade as well with 36 minutes remaining in this race, lap 8. And the battles are everywhere, aren't they? We shouldn't neglect those drivers further down the field as well.
I think Seidorf's going to get him here.
And Seidorf,
He's been watching him. Yeah, he's he's scraped his ass on the ground there.
Man.
Too hard. But we know Seidorf is unreal. Sophie King is doing quite well, but he's sort of taken the... So, but you can't really do that with a driver of Simon's caliber, because see that the next time they go through there, he's going to put the car in a perfect position and take that position.
you heard it here first. Multiple KRL champion. How many championships between us? How many championships between us in the commentary box here? Can someone please get the stats out?
Well, I've got the same amount of championships. If we're talking about that, I've got 7 world titles. Not 8 though.
No.
Controversial.
Yes, but well, they Beaky saying love how we hear Trevor Wilco all hyped, and Cam is just so cool and grounded, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get a chicken tender and do a 28-hour race. 35 minutes remaining. That's just...
Oh, here we go. Both the Kings off, and
wide,
through goes
and
Simon.
Seidorf is through. And if there was ever a door wide open and extra wide open like that, I don't think I've ever seen any door that open. And he left a huge gaping hole that Seidorf was more than happy to fall into. And that's probably a very odd description for it. But Norm now is flying here. He is flying, and Matt Simmons, who's dialing in from Auckland, New Zealand, says, oh, he's flying with the fastest lap. And I can assure you, Matt Simmons doesn't talk like that. He was born in Queensland, and now I know everything about him. Don't you worry about that.
What hospital trip?
Don't you worry about that. Because the 2015 GT Academy champion is much better than wanting to know everything that I know about him. But Norm is flying here, and Nigerian Prince, a tender for your thoughts.
Yeah, so one thing I am noticing with Norm as well, other than the fastest lap and, you know, doing McLaren things, is he does have a little bit of damage on the right-hand side of the car, so that doesn't seem to be holding him back, because Sophie King, you know, he's got Norm right in that rearview mirror, and oh my god, he's looking very racy. We might see a move sometime soon, Trev.
Let's have a look. Sophie King's looking more like a smaller mattress and base. It's
King single.
King single, and I used to be a King single many years ago. But here we go as the battle resumes between these two, and Norm looking very quick. We know he's got the fastest lap. And now, can he take P5? And Seidorf's not too far ahead of this battle. Is he second or so there as we hit lap 10 of this race? 33 minutes to go. Ladies and gentlemen, do not go anywhere. Do not adjust your TV sets. We are back, and we're back tonight from 8 p.m. Eastern. And tomorrow as well for the Nissan GTR series down the inside. That move's not going to stick, but he's got an opportunity here. Heading down the main straight. I reckon he's got a good exit. I reckon he's got this move done, Wilco.
Yes, so here we go. Drag race into turn 1. Of course, it's a left-hander and it's quite fun. Does like to defend, so but nah, Norm has the inside there. Too good. So King's actually got the old over and under, and just leaves enough room for Norm. But Sofa King back through, so good battle these two. It's letting Simon get away. But we're also looking at the fastest lap, so 31.5 is what Norm's done. Next fastest was, should be Fargo, 31.7. So, although Norm is the quickest on track, Fargo's very close with him in terms of pace, and of course, he's got that big lead at the moment there, so I'm sort of a bit annoyed because I know it's going to cause some issues because there was meant to be a pit stop and there's not. So if people have half fueled their car like you would do in a normal race where you got to do, you know, manage to stop for fuel, they're sort of going to be cursing me at the moment. And if the people that have realised that at the start that there is no pit stop because of the mistake on my behalf, people might have chucked in extra fuel, and they're going to potentially not have to do a stop. And yeah, we're going to have to look at what we're going to do, whether we make this points round as Sofa King sort of lets Norm through. Yeah, we'll have to work that out post-race because, yeah, maybe everyone can get my championship points.
Well, there we go. Now he's come out and said it. He's fucked the whole thing basically, and now contact! And Sofa King looking more like a queen there at the moment, because that is it's just a meet and greet night as Beaky jumps in and says this shall be known as Alberto Ascari, an Italian racing legend. He has to talk shit tonight because he's racing tomorrow night and he won't have a chance to. Just a meet and greet night. We could make this some unofficial non-championship, non-points, non-binary round.
If everyone pits,
yes.
if everyone's pit, it's okay. And we'll be able to see that by the lap times. I'll take a screenshot of the lap times and we'll see. But yeah, if everyone pits, it's okay. It's sort of a mix where people do pit because they didn't realise, and people didn't pit because they realised. That's where it's going to cause a bit of confusion. So let's just hope that everyone's chucked in half fuel. Fills up, which of course is only going to be like, you know, there's no time fixed stop now. So I don't know the fuel burn, the fuel rate, bill rate. Good. I'll try English one time, Trev. But yeah, I don't know. I think it might be only a 12 to 15 second stop filling up half a tank now. So we'll see. We'll see how everyone goes. But as I said, I can only apologise.
No, that's it. As there's another car off there, I think, Wilco. Somebody, is it Burra Dog?
133. No, that was Saint Sims, and he's done for. Yes, there will be a pit stop tomorrow night. I've already made that a change, so it will be. I'll double check it after this race. It should be all good for tomorrow night. As Norm again, 32.4 that lap. So maybe the tyres do actually take a bit of a pounding around here again. To your knowledge of these of this track here, Cam, do the tyres sort of take a beating? I think it would be because they're quite fast corners. But let us know how the tyres go over a stint at this track.
Yeah, so tyre deg here is actually quite high. It's probably considered to be up there as one of the highest degradations of tyres, you know, like in tyre wear over the course of a stint. So you'll definitely notice that 35 to 40 minutes into a stint here. So yeah, they're probably going to be struggling if they don't decide to come in at that.
As we see less than 30 minutes to go now in this race, we take a look at Mayo, right behind Shawnee Fuller, who's dropped well down the field here tonight. All of the above, says Wilco. Is Wilco on the juice? Is it jet lag? He can't decide what is happening or what is going on, but we'll get that all fixed up for tomorrow night and the Nissan GTR series. But round one, new KRL season, may I remind you, ladies and gentlemen. And we've got the Wednesday nights open GT3s, and Thursdays the Nissan GTR 2018 version for the GT3 50-minute race as well.
Simon's in the pits, so yes. Obviously Matt, who's sitting next to him watching him race, what's going on? So Matt, actually, let's just put it this way. Matt's sitting in the passenger seat at the moment of Simon's car. It's actually going. Of course, there's no communication between Matt and Simon because, yeah, he hasn't told him that he doesn't have to do a pit stop. But anyway, back to the race.
Back to the race. And, well, keen to see the boat series tomorrow night. Matty Simmons getting amongst it. His GTR very close to the heart of Matt Simmons, of course, watching tonight. And that is just some of the quality of the people we not only get racing, but we get the quality of people watching us as well. Big names here, Wilco, and none bigger than Matt Simmons, yourself, and all the rest of them. Simon, who went to Amsterdam to play a bit of Gran Turismo.
Red Light District.
And
yeah.
he might have even played some Gran Turismo as well in there. And I hear that Saffron is awesome in a billy. And there we go. Beaky just getting amongst it. And yes.
That's a question for Voodoo.
Oh, I just have chicken tenders. Sweet chili sauce. And someone awesome is in the pits, and Figo as well. We've got some pit stop action here, Prince.
Alright, so I'm guessing people have got their tanks half full. Alright.
And that's a positive way of looking at it, isn't it, Prince? Taking the tank half full approach as we see our...
and Norm and Sober King. Okay, so it looks like everyone's their pit stop. It's really going to suck people over if they choose to shake tyres. It's going to take like double the time now. So instead of being 25 seconds for fuel, it might be time fix actually, because then... Actually, you know what? I'm going to... Who's in the pits? I might go on a stream and have a look. Because, yeah, as I said, I've cooked it.
And Wilco there, it's going to be a very interesting debrief in the commentary box tonight after this one. But Matt Simmons saying Simon would not want me on the comms. So very interesting here. Nothing like a chicken tender in an air fryer with a bit of green herb as the garnish. And no doubt about that. Beaky getting amongst it in the chat. Great to have everybody back as Figo back out onto the track here, ladies and gentlemen, as my voice just breaks. But we've got Cloquade, Megan Markle and Stu Wilson there. We've got those boys there sideways, and you can see the pro class there. Cloquade still leading, and then the AM class Markle there as well, as we see Norm as he's dropping down the field. He looks like he's come out in some traffic here, Prince. Not ideal with 25 minutes to go.
Yeah, so dealing with a little bit of traffic is something I think some of these drivers are going to have to deal with, as you know, some are still yet to come into pit lane. But I think the one thing I'm interested about is who is going to opt for an extra 5 seconds to take tyres. Because personally, I feel like if you feel like you're quick enough, you can easily gain back that 5 seconds by taking a new set of boots. So it's going to be interesting to see who is struggling and who is not struggling, and I think you're definitely going to notice, because we see Norm going down.
As Norm now, we might, should we ride on board with somebody? We'll have a look at, we've got someone awesome here. How's Mrs. KRL? Oh, yeah.
Go on board with Side Dog, or someone awesome actually. Yeah, go on board with someone awesome, because Cloquade's in the pits and those two were battling.
That's all right. I thought you were having a stroke there, but that's okay.
Yeah, possibly.
Let's have a look.
Unconfirmed.
Someone, as we go past the big head of Valentino Rossi, and we're going to ride on board now with someone awesome.
Yeah, there he is. In the lead. So someone awesome jumps up to P2 now. So, and they tiny bit Figo here, as Cloquade bowls a bit of a way. But yeah, so where's Side? Technically P4. So yeah, it looks like everyone is. Maybe again, I'll have to wait for like Good Vibes and who else is streaming, Spawn. Once they go in the pits, I'll be able to see if the time fix stuff is still working. And it's just no entry stop, which I think it will be, so we'll see.
We shall see. The missus doing very nicely indeed. Oh, so you're going to stream 2 nights a week? Yeah, you don't like it? Go! Yeah, and Voodoo...
I'm just waiting for the door to fucking break down.
Yes, I said, what would you do? I said to my wife, what would you do if I won Tats Lotto? And she said, I'd take half and leave you. I said, that's great, I've won 5th division, here's $10, now piss off! As Voodoo says, are we enforcing the pit exit lines through turn 1, Wilco? And loving the onboards, Matt Simmons says, so that means we're going to give our man more of the onboard action here. But what is going on with these pit exit lines, please, Wilco?
Yeah, they're on the track, and that's about as much as I know. I don't elaborate here. It's something we can tell people to try and take the proper pit exit, but it's sort of a weird one, isn't it? You're on the outside of a corner, and yeah, there's a pit board in the middle of the track now too. So I don't know. We'll have a look. But for tonight, there's no pit stop. Sorry, pit exit requirements. I'm still trying to find streams. Yeah, yeah, there's no pit stop as well.
So there's no pit exit lines, there's no pit stops, and Wilco's still...
As far as I'm that kerfuffle, but I might have actually driven around fucking Jello rather than the other day. So
yeah, he still had to drop that in there though, didn't he?
Yeah. Let me tell you about it.
Sit down. Let me tell you a story. Let's have a look at these onboards. We're inside the car of Vintage Racer. Now this man is down in 22nd place, and he's been in the wars tonight, Prince. He's just he's been involved in a few incidents, and he hasn't had a great night by his lofty standards he has in the opening round here tonight.
Yeah, so it's a tough and difficult track, so there's plenty of track room to go too wide, but the majority of the time you find here, it's tough. You know, the track kind of closes in, you end up oversteering quite a bit if you go too deep in the corners, so it's only natural, I think, for a couple of collisions to happen, but we saw Vintage getting past Figo as well. You know, he might be a let down from Figo, but managed to get through, so it's one of those ones. He's got the pace, but just unfortunately the run-of-the-mill with Valencia in the early stages of the race, he just finds himself a little bit further back. But he does have Andrelli 9 and a bit seconds off the road, so I'm looking forward to seeing how this gap closes in.
Let's wait and see as Drex says hello, showing my support, love this track as well. One of the only tracks I realistically can blitz the field at LMAO. And great to have Drexy with us, and big shout out to you, Drexy, as we might head back to the, hang on a minute, we'll just change the camera back, and then we'll jump back into the broadcasting camera. As hello and welcome, Drex. Great to have you with us. Great to have everybody with us. 14 people watching here. We've got 20 minutes to go. It's round 1 of this new championship, KRL season number 5. Round 1 here at Valencia in Spain. And I had to download this track as well. Cost me a pretty penny. But if we're seeing racing this good, it's well and truly worth it. As Vibesy, and where is Vibesy in the pecking order here? Let me have a look. And Vibesy is, oh, hello. And he's got Craigo, right behind him there, just 0.3 of a second now behind him. And working from home today, not fun, says Drex, but we're thinking of you. I'll be working from home tomorrow, and that will be terrific as well. But inside 20 minutes to go here, Nigerian Prince. If I can just throw to you for a moment, 19 laps gone. What else are we going to see in the next 20 minutes or so before the end of this one?
I think we're going to see quite a few passing opportunities and moves being made. Like I said a little while ago, depending on those that opt to take tyres, they might actually find an advantage from that later on in the race. Sure, you'll lose an extra 5 seconds in pit lane, but you might end up finding an advantage towards the later stages of the race compared to those who don't. So yeah, it's going to be one of those. You know, Figo though got a bit of pressure. He's dropped a bit of time off Cragio though for P2, but you know, Norm can't take that purple lap away from him. So looking forward to seeing how they evolve over the course of the closing stages of the race here.
Well, we've got 18 minutes and some spare change left, and when Matt Simmons speaks, everybody listens. And we might even listen to him when he types into the chat as well. He says, hopefully everyone will pit. because buddy,
Yes, everyone has. I've been messaging people, tell them to pit, and Vibesy said he will pit in a sec. Craigio has pitted, so yes. Woohoo! Everyone's pitted, so thank God. Thank God I don't know how to set up lobbies.
Thank God for the salvos. Thank God that everyone's pitted tonight after Wilco made a right balls of it. But let's have a look with less than 20 minutes to go in this race. I think, is it Vibesy who's still got to come in, Wilco, or is he done as well?
Yep, Vibesy should be pitting in. Nah, he'll pit in the next lap or two. I just messaged him. Luckily he's streaming, so I stuffed up and he goes, yep mate, all good. So I think he was going to pit anyway, so yeah, thank God all the boys to the rules before the race, but speaking, Spawn, yes, I can message him too, correct. Thank you, Matt, I did miss him. But Matt, if you wanted to jump in and have a chat with us, I'm sure that will make Trev's day, if you're free. If you're busy, no stress.
I'm wound up enough as it is, but if he jumps in, let me tell you, it's going to be an interesting next 17 minutes. Spawn Racing, yes, we've addressed that one. And Beaky wants to know, has Rain of Fire, is he still out there? How are you travelling, Rain of Fire? Please let us know your whereabouts. Don't go all MH370 on us, and don't turn off your locator beacons. But too soon, yeah, probably. It'll be 10 years next March. But who we got here? Jesus, what's going on? Norm is right behind Sidorg at the moment, and this is the battle that we wanted front row seats to. Well, I certainly did, Nigerian Prince, and it's living up to the hype here at the moment with these two.
Yeah, it definitely is. So Norm, you know, like we talked about a little while ago, Trev, Norm unfortunately made that mistake by, you know, the downhill section into the final corner, getting a little bit too eager and ran a little bit deep. So he lost a bit of time that he would have had on Sidorg. So it might be towards the closing end of this lap that we see Norm back onto the tail end of Sidorg. But Trev, I bring you the man, the myth, the one who...
No.
Oh, boy.
Well, you've jumped in from the chat. Matt Simmons is joining us. That's right. Matt Simmons, the Matt Simmons, is joining us in the commentary box. First of all, mate, how are you travelling?
Oh, fantastic. Obviously, it could be better if I was at home and able to take part in the race tonight. Just to have you on back. Nice big grid. Very good.
And talk us through, apparently the rumour's true that you're tuning in from New Zealand. Is there any truth in that?
There is, but not at Simon's living room.
Oh, come on, give him a punch in the ribs to see if he...
Oh, mate, trust me, he would have crashed one up, I was there. Not very far. No, it looks like a good battle happening, though. Norm's got plenty of pace. And he's got fresh air. So, and yeah, it looks like a good track. It should be fun.
Great stuff. Imagine just being part of the royalty over there with Simon and Matt Simmons in the same room. GT7 royalty, absolutely fantastic. And I'm sure there'd be a daily login bonus, or what is it? We've got to get our 50Ks up, but and we might get a spring or an engine part or something for that after a few hours. But I've got to say, true sportsmanship being shown here, despite the errors on the part of Jason Wilkinson. In fact, Jason not entirely to blame. Well, in fact, he is entirely to blame, but never mind. But we're going to fix that up for tomorrow night. And Beaky says if Matt's joining comms, you might want to get Trevor Tao. Good thing we don't have commentary cam activated tonight. But thank you, Drexy. Great to have you with us. Matt, what are your plans, apart from talking to us up here and following these shenanigans? What are your plans over there? Please give us an update for the fans out there. But really, it's just for me.
That's okay, nothing too exciting. Doing some work in New Zealand for a couple of weeks, so back on Friday. And then, yeah, get a chance to have a race with you boys next week. So that'll be fun. And then I'm off to Vietnam for 3 weeks. So I'll be away for some racing for a little bit too. So
I got fastest lap
season,
too.
But I'll try and join when I can. Have some fun with the boys.
Look at you go!
Great stuff.
And what you couldn't see there, Matt, is as you're talking about how good your life is going and all this all this travelling, I've just redeemed the. Oh, look at you go! So it's a bit of a joke. Sir
Perfect timing.
to
No, look, he's no, fantastic, Matt.
That's brilliant.
Thank you for joining us. And 19th of June, I'll have to get a present ready for
you're
your
throwing him
birthday.
out the door. What are you doing?
It just
12
depends.
minutes to go. I'm sure Matt can stick around.
Only if
No,
he's
stick around, mate. Stick around.
Sure? Or-
Yeah, jump in, mate. Jump in. It'll make Trev's whole
that's
decade. So he's commentating alongside Matt, so he's laughing.
no, we've
So
got.
anyway, have you ever, Matt?
What was that, sorry?
As in on the, have you ever driven at this track before on this game?
Yeah, I did a couple laps when the update came in. I did a couple.
Yeah.
And kind of pretty interesting. Like there's some good flow with it. It's tricky though. So I didn't do it long enough to get a good go of it. It seems like the field for the block seems pretty good. So in terms of everyone seems pretty competitive in different cars. So that's quite good.
Yes, it is.
We've got a few
just see everyone's
questions.
pitted now.
Got a few questions
Yeah,
coming
go.
in. Yeah, we've just got a question.
Read them out, Trev.
So from Beaky, he wants to know, how does Matt train for a race? Is it just practice, or is he some kind of alien being? So basically, Beaky wanting to know, what's the training like, Matt, going in before a race?
No, I just wing it basically. Just hope I don't do something in turn one, which doesn't always not kidding. Generally do a few laps just with the boys when they're keen to get in, and try and work out the fuel and those sort of things to get your eye in. I'm getting older now, so I can't just rock up and have a crack. So generally try and do some laps beforehand, get my eye in, and especially obviously last season with the Cup car, I really enjoyed that. So I'm still learning the game, so I was trying to very much get up to speed and so that I could be competitive. So I think it'll probably be the same again, but also get limited in time. So I'm just about just trying to have some fun. So not overthinking it.
Great
Try and
stuff.
enjoy it.
Great stuff. Great insight there. Thank you for that question, Beaky. And not that I know everything about your personal life, but how is that charismatic French bulldog, Hank? How is Hank travelling? And how did it go at the airport when you had to say farewell?
Oh, he was I think both of us were. No, he's all right. I think he was very, very happy to see me on Friday, from what I've heard. So he's just being mischievous as little Frenchies are, and causing havoc when I'm not there. So that'll be all right. We'll have some fun together when I get back.
Great stuff. And Nismo, evening all. Look at Norm. What a speedy boy. And that is something that Matt Simmons was talking about. Look at this battle. Only a few tenths between these two, and side organ Norm. This battle, we're less than 10 minutes to go in this race.
Lee.
Oh, down the inside, I think he's got that move done. We've just jumped in, and
a little bit of
a bit of bargy
BCG
there.
there or something. Like, well,
What is
Mike
happening?
rolled off the throttle and let Norm go through.
Norm's got some speed though, so Simon's definitely one for just generally not trying to lose time. So he'll let Norm in and then try and follow him, potentially, and see what they can do to
It
try
looks
and
like
catch
Norm's
up.
driven off home now. So it was a
He
14
tried.
seconds to clocade in 9 minutes. It's going to be a stretch, so maybe they might switch back later.
Rare mistake that he doesn't do, so and that's left the door open for
Yeah.
Norm. So that may have happened as well.
Yeah, well, I guess he doesn't have you to carry him during these non-endurance races too. So there you go.
He's just missing me, so he's just trying to do some stuff that I normally do. So thanks, mate. Appreciate that.
Great stuff. Nice move, says Voodoo. Good move, says Drex. Simon is setting himself up for an overtake later on now. Or are those tyres going off? And he did. It looked a little bit easy, didn't it, Wilco? It was a very... he went all Barrichello, didn't he? And then, like back in the day. But there we go. 26 laps of this race remaining. Less than 9 minutes to go now. Figo leading this race at the moment. 2.5.
Just jump in there. It's closing up there. Someone awesome. Oh, yeah. Someone awesome is down to 2. Of course, it's not just the pro cars that are getting. We've got Sofa King ahead of the Pro-Ams, and they're only 1 second behind is Mark. So they're getting close too. F1 Sniper seems to be taken the AM class by storm with Glasso and P17, Scorn and the Exorcist down there. So I think the AM class could be all over Red Bull tonight, but definitely Pro class and Pro Am, they're going to be nice and close for this race. So I'll watch one battle and you watch the other.
Great stuff. Just
Looks like a good battle for P10 as well at the moment, even though it's not the class. Stu, Sniper, and Dawn, they look pretty close on
Yeah,
track.
very close.
this is looking very close.
All McLarens too.
Indeed, he's just taking over, isn't he, Prince? He's jumped back in, jumped off the plane from Italy, and I'm just going to jump in and shit on for the next 10 minutes. But that is fantastic. We've got more commentators than you can poke a stick at. We've even got more commentators tonight with Matt Sim. Oh, Shawnee Fuller down there. Let's and wow, that camera.
What is that?
Right, great insight there into that battle, but as
Right
Wilco's
over camera too.
is,
Yeah, that's what I was laughing at.
so it's just as we got 7 minutes to go there. I'm still recovering. That camera's going to be sore tomorrow, but 27 laps gone, and what is it, 2 seconds or so now? Where is that other battle?
Seconds, yeah.
It's
I can look at these lap times here, so let me have a look. Someone awesome. Give me a sec, I'll look at these lap times, because someone awesome's last lap was 32.1. Fargo, wherever he is, these cameras are up the shizer. 32.6, so half a second there. So maybe Fargo didn't take tyres. Yeah, and I did check on stream, and the boys did. At least that part still worked, but yeah, so everyone's done their pit stop, and I think it's, yeah, you're going to see Fargo didn't take tyres because he was very quick at the start, so unless he's chewed up his tyres too, who knows.
Well, we've
They
got
end up battling too, they'll get rotating as well. It'll be a 3-horse race.
Yeah, and that was going to slow them up, and then Norm, as he caught in, has caught up much, was it 14 seconds last time, across the now, still 14 seconds, so...
Yeah,
So if these three battle, unless they crash, I think Norm's sailing for P4 here tonight. But he's got the fastest lap point too, so little extra point in the kitty for the rest of the season.
so less than 6 minutes remaining. Rest in peace to that poor cameraman, that innocent cameraman who survived 43 minutes, Voodoo, before getting before he got run over there on the apex of that corner. But 5.5 minutes remaining. Things are getting closer. It's not over, though, until the fat lady sings, of course. If we can say that anymore, I'm not too sure. But this race is heating up. Do not go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Sideways Polka wants a bit of Burrow Dog, if you don't mind. And you can see there as they go through turn one. Here is, this battle is heating up, isn't it? Can he go down the inside? No. Burrow cuts him off, and that is a very, very wide Bentley, Jason Wilkinson. He is not getting through there.
Oh, you want me to say something now? Okay. Yeah, so we know Burrow's a very good driver. He's, again, a driver sort of doesn't get enough time to do practice and race each week, so it's good to see him here tonight. Of course, he's one of my, one of the four of us in the Endurance Series admin team. So the other one, Andrelli's, must be doing some graphics or something, because I don't think he... Oh no, he's back on track, so I'm not sure where he is. He might be down the field. But yeah, so I was just picking out the times again. So across the line comes Fargo. He's lap 32.7. Someone awesome 32. Clocabe 32. So Clocabe done 32.2s the last 2 laps. So I'll tell you what, it's going to be quite interesting. But the Porsche, Ferrari, and McLaren. So as Matt said, BOP is very close.
Very, very close indeed. Beaky just assuring Jason that he can say whatever he wants to say. He is, of course, one of the creators. He is the creator of this entire thing. And you can say whatever you want, Wilco. Just when we want to wind you up, you've got to let us wind you up a bit quicker. But look at that, 3.5 minutes to go. And Beaky says he's happy to hear a man from my neck of the woods. You think that's good, Beaky? He's going to play for the Frankston Bull. Who are they, Wilco?
St. John's, but it's all right.
St. John's. St. John's. And,
Almost had it.
almost had it there. The St. John's Dolphins, and they will be Wilco. Oh, bloody hell! It's
Actually, to be fair, I don't even know what their name. I know it's St. John.
yeah.
With St. John's Bombers, I'm not playing for them.
There we go, close enough, less than 3 minutes to go in this race. 29 laps if you're just joining us. Beaky's up and about along with Drex and Nismo and all the rest of them in the chat. Round one of a new season, of course, ladies and gentlemen, and what a fantastic race we've seen. And in the commentary box,
Sean and Stu Wilson side by side.
Oh yes, that is very, very close there. And you can see, boy, it's getting tight and tense as we tick across into lap 30. And in the commentary box, we've got absolute royalty with us in Cameron Norris, the endurance specialist. He's up and about tonight, as well as just a couple of championships between Matt Simmons and Jason Wilkinson, as Clocaid getting past the Exorcist there, who's well down the field, Wilco, and well on his way again. I don't think he lost too much time there.
Me again? Sorry,
no, I'm
I
on
was replying
strike,
to Nismo.
Oh.
Yes. I can just... The commentators, Mike to Nismo. The GTR series tomorrow night, of course, you still can, mate. Still plenty of time. Well, we've got 23 hours till the race kicks off, and there will be pit stops and mandatory pit stops for us. What was your question, Trev?
I've forgotten it, but never mind about that, because look how close it is at the front. Forget about that, because with 90 seconds to go, we have one more lap of action, and who is your money on? Shut up, Wilco! Sorry, it just sort of came out there. Sorry about that. And,
Intrusive thoughts 101.
Alright, and just let everyone know Trev's going to be relieved of his duties of commentating, so I hope you all enjoy Trev's streams.
Yes, I'll be relieved, that's for sure. But who is your money on? Let us know in the comments below. And the quiet part came out loud, and the loud part was quiet as somebody's off the track. Who is that off the track?
Glasso.
And is that Glasso off the track there? But look how close it is at the front. Wow. This is getting very interesting. Is this going to be the last lap of the race, gentlemen?
Yep.
Simple question. Simple answer. As Glasso's got to drive through for track limits. Poor Cam didn't get a word in with Wilco on board. That's coming from a man who said he can say as much as he wants. But lap number 31, this is going to be the last lap of the race. And they got some traffic further up ahead as well, I think. Do they? Or, yeah, I think they've got a couple of cars.
Yes, they're battling. They're the two guys streaming. They should be right. There's only a couple of corners to go, so I don't think they're going to get him. Hopefully not. But someone awesome's all over him. Always. Let's see what he goes up after the last corner. Go on, Trev. Take it away, Trev.
Here
Take
we
it
go.
away.
Through turn 13 into the last corner. Turn 14 out into the start-finish straight. It's going to go right down to the wire here in the opening round of Season 5 of the new KRL season. But can Figo hold on? Yes, he can. And the leaders finish the race, but look how close it was. 0.3 of a second between them. And who else is battling there? We've got the Pro-Ams as well. Don't forget about Sofa King coming up towards the last corner now, and through the last corner. I think it's not quite as close in that class, but we've still got a few interesting battles further down the field as Sofa King crosses the line for the Pro-Am boys. Megan Markle there as well. Sideways Polka across the line. Burrow. And who else have we got here? Shawnee Fuller. We've got some interesting battles here in the last couple of corners. Vintage Racer, I don't think that's for position as they come across the line. What a race we have seen tonight as Sidog has jumped in. He is not next to Matthew Simmons, and awesome battle for the finish indeed. And Sidog saying my engine kept cutting out on the exit of the corners. Well done, Figo, someone awesome, and Clocaid, our top three. So interesting insight there from Sidog. And Matt, he would have been going through all sorts of issues there with that problem.
Yeah, that wouldn't have helped. The Audi very much needs a good exit. So if he was going to cutting out when he needed to, that probably explains why potentially Norm passed him if it was cutting out at that point.
And you can see there the drivers.
It helps you to keep your foot planted to the throttle, though. I've heard.
Yeah, just use the accelerator, Simon. Well, throttle, try the right pedal. Keep it flat.
Someone's been thinking, why is Matt in the commentary box? What's going on here? When you're the favourite, Simon, you get to do these things.
Yeah, boy, did he get stuck into me. He got stuck into me, didn't he, Simon, about, I'm not the favourite anymore, am I? Yeah, you dickhead, Trev. As the final results, you know how they talk. But no, we love him, and he's fantastic. That is what the pedal is for.
I'm just inviting everyone in, so keep chatting.
Great stuff. I've lost those results there, but apparently Rain of Fire has reappeared, and he has... He's not disappeared, he's back. He says, I'm apparently 8/10 faster around here in the Porker than the Lambo. And I've done no practice in the Porker. And Beaky says, we need more Matt Simmons. And we'll have to wait and see whether he's available, or we'll have to see his availability for the next part of the season as the fireworks go off here in Valencia. And we're waiting for the drivers to join our post-race driver interviews. Do not go anywhere, because we're going to hear from our top, how many have we got here, Wilco, coming in? We've got a few.
Top 9, yeah. So we've got, top 3 from each class. Figo, Someone Awesome, and Cloquet. Cloquet is in here. We'll try and do the Ambos first, and then the Pro-Am, and then finish off with the Pros, if they all get in that order. Then we've got Sofa King, Mark, and Mickey, Sideways Polka. And then for the AMs, we got F1 Sniper, Spawn, and Exorcist. Exo got up into P3 for the AM class. So we got a couple guys in. Mickey's in now. So we'll just let everyone sort of, take their gloves off or take their shoes off or whatever they got to do, and let them all jump in. And Voodoo can keep dragging them up, which is working beautifully. But
absolutely.
Other than that, let's just sort of go back and. Who was your tip for the race tonight, Trev? Did you say anything? Voodoo, did you say anything?
Figo, I think. No.
Oh yeah, that's of course.
That's
what I said, but that's right.
Yes.
Yeah. So we may as well, while these boys are jumping in, as Spawn's jumped in too, we might just quickly run through what each week we're going to have. The same track on Wednesday and Thursday. Wednesday nights, like tonight, Open GT3s. Thursday, one make Nissan GTRs. We then travel to Donington next week. We then have Nürburgring. And then we have a couple weeks off because we've got the endurance race at Silverstone. And then we go to Imola, Spa, Kyalami, a couple weeks off for the endurance race at Suzuka. And then the last race is, of course, Bathurst. That used to be always the season finale, so it's good to go back there for the last race. So that is what we have in store for season 5. It looks like everyone has jumped in now. Figo, Cloquet, Someone Awesome hasn't jumped in, but we've got Exo isn't in yet. Sofa King's there, but we may as well take away with the AM class winner, Scotty Sniper. So Trev, take it away.
Sniper, mate, have you got us there loud and clear?
Yeah, if you can hear me, I can hear you. How's it going, boys? That was a good race, eh?
Fantastic. Nothing better than opening night of a new season, mate. Talk us through your race and how it went for you.
I had a pretty dodgy quali, so sort of started at the back and then just got, I think, a little bit lucky getting through a few dudes that had gone sideways. And then just had some mega pit stop, which brought me out toward the top end, and then just try to hang on while the tyres are dead at the in the last 10 minutes. Awesome race though.
Fantastic stuff, mate. Perfect way to start off a new season, mate. Congratulations. We'll catch you next week at Donington.
Cheers, boys. Thanks for the commentary too.
Always a pleasure there, Scotty Sniper. Wilco, who else have we got here, please? Sorry, I can't see the names.
P2 in the M class, Spawn, son of Spawn. So Spawny, tell us about your race tonight, mate. Well done on P2 in class.
Yeah, not too bad. I seemed to get a pretty good lap for qualifying, but then got off the race line and got absolutely swamped. Yeah, just tried to run long and just stay out of everyone's way. Had one little incident, little spin, but yeah, apart from that, it was a good race. Pretty clean from what I've seen. Congratulations to everyone, and see us all again next week.
Beautifully done. Thank you for that, Spawny. As we've got, who else have we got? P3
EXO coming in, but
Yep.
he's not in here yet. So we might go straight to the winner of the Pro-Am class, which of course is Sofa King. So mate, you had a bit of a rush to get here tonight. I hope that's all of your life's all good, but you get here, you get the class win, P6 overall, mate. Tell us about your race. Well done.
Yeah,
Unmute
mate.
your mic. There we go. Laughing.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, there we go. Mate, I literally got home about 20 minutes before the start of quali, so got permission from the missus to jump on. Didn't expect to get a result tonight, but she was fun messing with Psydog for a bit. But no, good race overall. Quite enjoyable.
Great stuff, mate. All the best tonight, and we'll catch you next week, mate. If the missus lets you jump back on for Donington, congratulations.
Cheers, boys, and thanks for the commentary again. It's awesome.
Great stuff. Well, we wouldn't be here without these gentlemen. But Wilco, if you can bring up the next person, I can't see anything here. P2.
Yeah, Roger. Yep, P2, Mark. So Mark, again, he's the second. But, congratulations, mate. P2 and P2 in class. P7 overall. This battle is lead of the Pro-Am honours, but unfortunately just sort of dropped back. But P2, still a ripping result, mate. So tell us about your race.
Yeah, thanks for that. I kept up with Sofa for quite a while, and then I think the tyres just went off, probably with about 10 more laps to go, and I just held back again. So, but apart from that, no, I couldn't wait to get back into it again. Just loved it. It was unreal.
Fantastic
Beautiful,
stuff.
beautiful.
Thank you, and
It's
we'll
like
catch you next
we love
week.
to hear that.
And the boys, just plenty of positivity there, Wilco. They're absolutely loving the new season,
I love
aren't
it.
they?
I love it.
And
Pumps me up.
as
Of course, P3 in the Pro-Am class. Mickey, or Sideways Polka, mate. Congratulations. Ripper result, mate. Again,
Thanks
P8
very much.
overall, so hey.
Yeah, thanks, man. Thank you. It was really good, mate. I think I had a little bit of a cheeky tap of Vandrelli and might have sent him back a little bit. But I thought I would struggle with myself, wondering whether to change tyres or not, and I just went for it, and had a bit of luck. So yeah, it was really good. New car, the Lambo, and it went really well.
Beautiful, mate. Beautiful. Voodoo, you got any questions for these guys we spoke to so far? To get you involved?
Oh, my brain not. Sorry, I'm like planning endurance races.
Devil's lettuce
stuff,
takes
so
his next
yeah,
victim.
sorry.
That's right. We'll head over to P2 in class for the pros. So we've got Cloquet. So Matt, do you want to take the interview and chat to Cloquet in his P3 overall?
Yeah, sure. So congrats, Cloquet on P3. How did you think the race went?
Yeah, thanks, guys. I didn't really know what to expect. I haven't done too many laps around here, but I know I murdered 2 sets of tyres in the process. But I was going alright. I was sitting second, but me in lap, I made a couple of mistakes, and then someone awesome got ahead of me, and from there he never gave me another look in. The boys ahead of me, too good.
Did you ever think of not doing a pit stop, as Wilco didn't actually have pit stops on, so you could have gone the whole way and got the win?
I could have 2-stopped the way my tyres were.
Yeah.
No,
that's a good call.
thanks, boys. Good to be back.
great stuff. Thank you, Matt. Jeez, I'll just show myself out next tomorrow night, gentlemen.
I'm saving the best for. We've got the race winner here, Mr. Fargo, Mr. Figo, whatever you want to call him. He doesn't care. He just won a race. Fargo, Trev,
mate, talk us through it.
Chat amongst yourselves.
Talk us through your race tonight, mate. Absolutely fantastic. Perfect way to open a new season. Talk us through how your night went tonight.
It went really well. Based on the data, I think I think I've got my hands full in this Porsche. As the guys were saying, the tyre wear, I murdered a few sets of tyres, and then with the imbalance with the fuel coming out from the Porsche, I had my hands full and had someone awesome sort of chasing me down there. And I've never done so much watching of Deltas ever, I think. So well done to someone awesome in Cloquet for keeping me on it, having me watching that Delta the whole time. But yeah, really enjoyed it. Great time to be at Valencia and enjoy the challenges there. And luckily, no drive-through for me as well. So that was I was getting close as well as managing the Delta. So yeah, very happy. Thanks everyone.
Great stuff, mate. Fantastic effort tonight. Very modest and well done. Perfect race and a good way to start the season. Perfect way to start the season. Congratulations, mate.
Thanks very much. Thank you all.
Great stuff. And that is almost Wilco, a wrap. But we're back tomorrow night, aren't we, for the Nissan GTR series? One make that's very close to Matt Simmons' heart, of course. But we're back tomorrow, Wilco. Back-to-back nights, KRL old school. Back-to-back nights of action here on the channel.
Oh no, we haven't done this since, was it been season 2 when we used to do the Tier 2 Wednesday? So, of course, this is no Tier 1 and Nissan GTR the next. Oh, my voice broke.
Got him!
But yeah, so after chatting everyone's ear off tonight, I won't be racing tomorrow. I'll still commentate, but I'll be on the back seat as Trev, I'm sure, was happy to snatch that mic back off me.
No, that's okay. It gives me a break, that's for sure. But, well, there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is a wrap. Don't forget, tomorrow night, it's the Nissan GTR. And we will be back here at Valencia, of course, here in sunny Spain. And it's been great to... how good is it, Wilco? And the opening round of a new season, opening night. It's absolutely fantastic. And we're going to do it all again tomorrow. Thank you, everybody, for watching in the comments. And thank you, Matthew Simmons, for jumping in and listening to the crazy stuff we go on with. Mate, congratulations.
Was a pleasure. Cheers, guys, for having the season come back. Really good racing. Well done, all.
Great stuff. He is over in New Zealand at the moment, and Hank will be just waiting for you on Friday when you get home. Safe travels to you, Matt Simmons, and big thanks to everyone, like I said, for joining us here on opening night. We're going to be back in the Nissan GTRs tomorrow night from 8 p.m. Eastern. Until then, be kind to one another